get out of here. This video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. Now hiring Class 1 Super B wood chip and Super B flat deck drivers in BC's Lower Mainland, the Okanagan, and the Kootenays. To apply, go to sutco.ca, use promo code QUANFAN, and use my name on the reference when you apply, as a reference when you apply. And you also get $100 on your first payday. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is that on my tire? That looks like I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Ah, they're pointing at me. It was a staple that I drove over with a piece of paper attached to the staple.
Mm-hmm.
We have to move that safety cone.
There's a traffic person out there. Stop traffic there.
Looks like they're already on it. I'm still gonna run it over. Yep, crunch. I left it behind, but it's crunched. They'll figure it out next time they go further. It's like it's just a safety cone. Okay, I was gonna make a turn right here. I guess that's not gonna happen. The car behind me is gonna make it hard if I can't make this corner and need to back up. So I'm gonna try the next intersection here. Shoulder.
Turn left, 33rd Avenue South.
FedEx coming that way. I'm just gonna go straight. Well, that's not gonna be easy either. Jackknife our trailer here. more curb. Over the curb, over the curb. Not hitting any signs. Okay. I really would like to make a right-hand turn, but I don't know if any of that looks promising. Feels hot in here all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. This is a cute little neighborhood.
If I can make a right-hand turn here at this light, it's way more than a 90-degree angle, but it'd be the way to go
Turn right at
if
the
it's
traffic
possible.
Yellow, red,
Yeah.
black truck.
I'm trying to go that way. Cutting in beside me. Cutting in beside me. Okay, I gotta wait for that traffic to clear. Can you clear me on that end for traffic?
After this taxi.
After this taxi, except the taxi is in my space. It's like I need this whole road, people. Sometimes the horn just lets them know it's like, hey, I actually need this. Okay, that worked. That worked better than I was hoping. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Had only one idiot that took up my space that didn't look at my signal light, but other than that, can't really complain.
This is our first time being here, so not super.
Yeah, that's it.
Familiar
It's
to
not truck friendly, and we're not familiar with the place. And I Google mapped. Getting back out of here going north is almost impossible. So we're heading south to. Where are we heading to? Chehalis. Chehalis to pick up a load there. And the best way to get out, I Google mapped it a couple times. The best way I could find a way out was this way. So I wasn't sure how that corner was going to work. I was hoping to cut across and then onto this at more of a 90-degree angle instead of what I had to do. I don't want to turn here yet. I'll turn at the light. Stop here for what? Pedestrians? No, not this light either. The one after. Okay. Okay. Figuring this out. It's a beautiful part of Seattle, though.
It is.
Got an ambulance coming.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Have to get back here. Just see where they're going. Looks like I'll be okay in this lane for making this corner. 'Cause it's Got 2 lanes there. I need 3 lanes to make a corner. And this is less than a 90. I call that one 45? I don't know what I called it, but it was more than a 90 either way.
You said more than a 90. It's not what I think you said.
This should bring us just right onto I-5. Narrow lanes.
Well, I can see outside the city is smoky.
It is smoky, yeah.
If you look past all the buildings.
Yeah, it is smoky here for sure. It's not thick enough to smell it, but it's definitely smoky. Does that sign say 25 miles per hour? I think we're at 25 per.
Yeah, I think it's 25.
Yep, that one says 20. 25. Got the rail system, center median here. Where's the train station here though? Like, why can't there be a station here to pick up all the people that live here? Go directly to that train.
I think it's nearby.
You need lots of stations here. Because a lot more people would take it if there was more stations. That's straight or turn. Okay, we're good. We're good. Still good. It is September 27th, 10:35 a.m. 20 degrees Celsius.
Apparently they said some records here yesterday for how hot it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it was hot last night. We just idled it a little bit to cool us down a bit, and then the bunk AC could keep up most of the time, but when the sun's just beating straight into the truck, the bunk AC just can't keep up. Idle for half an hour, let the truck cool down nicely, and the bunk keeps it cool for several hours before you have to idle it again. Yeah, the lanes are a little wider here. Yeah, so there's a station here. I feel like they need more stations in walking distance.
Yeah, so at the same time we had to idle be cool. We had to bunk heat overnight to stay
Yeah.
warm. So
Still need the heat overnight. It's hot during the day, but heat overnight.
it's kind of fun seeing new places.
Yeah, this is a cool part of Seattle we've never seen before, so. It's right off the I-5.
But definitely not truck friendly.
Just south of downtown. What do you say, not trucker friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small trucks only.
Luckily coming in, being 10 feet 2 inches wide, it was a straight shot in.
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to get back out, but at least it's a straight shot in. Working through this empty is a lot easier than fully loaded. Wide load.
And it's daylight now. It's just a lot easier too. It's pretty dark this morning.
Yeah, we got up at 5 in the morning. We'll see if we make it back into Canada today. Which lane do I want to be in? I-5 South.
Yeah. I think it'll be pretty close. I don't know if we will, but it'll be close. We'll make it back.
I-5 South. Okay, so where are we?
Yeah,
I'm gonna wrap my head around
yeah, we don't
which part of
recognize it quite yet.
I-5 we are on. Tacoma obviously still ahead. SeaTac Airport turn off here. I think Bowling Field is probably coming up. Okay, the 405 exit here. Okay, yep, okay. I got my head around exactly where we are. got a bike with a passenger on.
Mm-hmm.
15105.
When you're just endangering yourself, that's one thing, but if you're a passenger, oh, we're not going to be able to see Mount Rainier because of all the smoke.
Yeah.
Normally you can look to the left and see Mount Rainier, but it's just all smog and smoky.
When I went through Manning Park yesterday, it was crazy.
That got really thick smoke in Manning Park.
Got to the point where the traffic in front of us disappeared.
It's pretty rough going through Manning Park. We didn't have to stay in a place like that overnight. Well, the fact that it's almost 11 and the big rush hour is over and done with, I honestly didn't expect them to unload me or finish unloading me until after 12, so I got up at 5 in the morning, did the pre-trip and all that, drove in, arrived at 6 a.m., untarped, unstrapped. Crane operators came in right as I was done unstrapping, started unloading me right away at 7 a.m. 3.5 hours to unload, so not terrible for places like this.
You're definitely an hour earlier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, they did. One of the guys at least complained that I was there that early. I'm like, well, the permit doesn't allow me to drive between 6 and 9. He goes, no, that's not right. It's 7 and 9. I'm like, well, that's what it says on the permit. Just went and checked. It is indeed 7 to 9, the last like 5-6 miles. But the whole rest of the way is 6 to 9. So I'm coming in at 6.
Unless he knows a secret spot for you to hang out 6
Yeah.
months. Like, unless you're gonna write the ticket for us, or pay the ticket.
Then he asked me who guided me in because I was parked at the wrong spot. And I'm like, nobody. I just backed in and out of the way and decided to untarp here. He goes, okay, you can untarp here, but we want you to park over here. Okay, no problem. He goes, once you are ready to move, let us know and we'll get someone to guide you in. Sounds good. I untarped, jumped in the truck, and backed into the right spot. I'm like, I don't need no stinking guide. You just get in the way. Especially now that it was daylight.
But you were at least smart enough to get out and check your surroundings. So,
Yeah, I got out a couple of times.
yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm backing around this corner. Let's get out, look, make sure nothing has changed around this corner during that time. Oh, looked good. Okay, let's go around the corner. Okay, let's get out and look again. What's behind over here? Nope, that looks all good. Keep going. No harm in getting out 3 or 4 times backing into a yard like that. Get out and look. Goal. A lot of our trucks have a sticker on the bottom of our mirror that say goal on them. Get out and look. If you're ever in doubt, just get out of the truck and go look. Alright, car, what do you...
Well, that was the exit.
So you're gonna have to slow down or speed up. You can't just match that truck's speed.
They're a new driver. Be patient, it says.
New driver? Okay. Yeah. Man, these lanes are narrow. I'm glad I'm not a wide load anymore. The rumbling as all the concrete blocks are shifting back and forth.
Yeah.
As you drive over them, concrete blocks are moving. You create this almost a wave in front of you as your truck pushes down, and it actually creates a wave on the roadway. So roads have to move and flex all the time. Someone told me that if it's raining and it's the right type of day, you can actually see the wave in the water. I've never been able to see it. I've looked for it, but I cannot see the wave in the water. What's in your side of the lane? Is that lane clear?
Is it way far
No,
back
no,
there?
in front of it. In front of.
No, I can't see in front. It looks clear, but I can't see that far in front.
Debating passing this guy on the right hand side. I might go left hand side. We'll see. Either way, I want to pass him.
Like, if we take a peek a little bit. Yeah, after those two cars, there's not much over there.
I'm going this side anyway, because this side, a window open. Prefer passing on the left-hand side whenever possible. As the rest of the world calls it, overtake. That's just the North America thing, you just say pass.
Yeah.
We've simplified it. Well, looks like the bridges are coming along well for that new train track. Long before we see trains running along there. Not just for passenger trains. Celsius out. It's warming up. It's supposed to be a really, really simple load for me to pick up here, so we'll see how that goes.
There's two drops, so you just figure out which one goes where.
Yeah. Which one do you want to do drop first? I should ask dispatch what my reload is for tomorrow.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Because your second one will put you outside the city if you have to go back
What
in.
if I have to go back into the city?
Yeah.
Why not head to, is it Langley and Chilliwack? Yeah, so depends on where I'm picking up the second load. If I'm picking up Abbotsford, I would deliver Langley first and then go to Chilliwack. If I'm picking up something in Langley, then I want to deliver Chilliwack first and then Langley.
Yep. But the way it shows up here is the way they want you to.
Yes. Most of the time they have it listed in the order they want me to deliver it.
So,
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. So if they're doing the thinking thing, they want me to deliver Langley first, then Chilliwack, and maybe pick up a load in Abbotsford or something. We'll see. Or go back empty.
That's an option too.
With fuel prices, we rarely run empty. I mean, like I'm running empty now. It's only 2 hours though.
And the border crossing guy is really confused on that.
Yeah, border crossing asked what I was taking back, and I'm like headed down to Chehalis, pick up a load back up this way. He was confused. I was running empty that distance. I'm like,
So much so, like, afterwards you're like...
I was questioning myself. I'm like, did I say that right? He's really confused at what, like, it didn't seem confusing load to me. It seemed pretty straightforward load to me. So people often ask is why couldn't I find a load from Seattle to Chehalis and then pick up that load? Because it's illegal. A Canadian trucker cannot pick up a load in the U.S. and then deliver in the U.S. Because the free trade agreement is written in a way that a whole bunch of Canadian truckers aren't going to come down south into the U.S. and take American jobs. Not like that's actually a thing that's going to happen.
It's the other way around,
But
too.
the law is written to really protect Canadian, because you'd have all these American drivers running in Canada to protect Canadian jobs, to make sure I have a job to go from a Canadian load to a Canadian load. So it makes sense. Companies would prefer it to be other. It makes sense. Because U.S. trucking companies could literally suffocate Canadian trucking companies out of business that way.
Very easily. You see a lot of them over here that are licensed for the East Coast, right? And they just stay over here. Just like, yeah, in the U.S. you don't have to ever go back, right?
Yeah, even if your home base is on the East Coast, you can run the West Coast all year long.
And if I open up to Canada, I think that's how they would do.
Used to be a scale over here long before my time. Sure do wish that was still truck parking though.
Yeah, it's badly needed. It's like, just sit there and be...
But then you have to set up pit toilets or porta potties, and those get really gross.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. We already did yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were all right when we started. A couple hours in, somebody else, it's like, whoa, how did that happen? How's that humanly possible to do that? I'm like, came back. I'm like, just don't use that one. That one there, don't use that one. Just don't go there. That one's off limit. That's not human. What happened?
I shouldn't laugh, but I do. Big yawn.
Big yawn? No, I'm gonna yawn.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to. That looks like a really good looking root beer.
Was it a root beer?
It was probably a beer.
Like,
It sure made me thirsty for a root beer.
people make homemade root beer. I wonder how it would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or homemade ginger ale.
Man, that rim sure is bent up on that trailer. wiggle waggling all over the place. Axle 1 on the trailer. Wow, these lanes are narrow. Tight squeeze. I think if I had the wide load here, I would just take 2 lanes because this is uncomfortably tight without a wide load. Road like this, you don't have an opportunity to look up at anything. You are just watching mirrors and road in front of you. Because if you're not, you're in an accident. You see a bunch of slowing down going up ahead.
Something must be happening on that exit.
Yeah. Four-way flashers on. They haven't had their coffee yet, so they pulled over on the shoulder and ran across the McDonald's. I literally see him walking that way.
Well, he put his hood open there.
That's actually a really good trick people do.
Yeah.
Pop your hood open, looks like you're broken down, you can park illegally.
Well, you went to get help.
Go to McDonald's, get yourself a coffee, come back, close the hood, you're good to go again. Doesn't the speed limit slow down to 50 here? Or is the construction done now and it stays at 60? That still says 60. Normally it goes down to 50 here. That'd be cool if it stays at 60 now. Your boss, if you get a whole bunch of messages that I'm speeding in this zone, it's not true. That sign said 60. Yep, 60. Cool. I like that. It's always dumb that we have to slow down to 50 here. Maybe it was 50 just because of the construction. Although obviously construction's not done all the way yet. Ramp. Carmen's a little confused because the highway has been moved from the original place, so the map hasn't been updated yet. Okay, let's email Ryan and tell him that speed limit in Tacoma has been changed. The section of speed limit on I-5 has been changed from 50 to 60. And all of a sudden he's seeing a lot of drivers speeding in Tacoma. That way they can correct it in the system. Okay, car, I kind of needed that space. It's a little too close for me.
So I-5 Tacoma
I just go a section of I-5 in Tacoma that was 50 miles per hour, now is 60 miles per hour. That way, if he sees a bunch of truck drivers speeding, it's like, nope, it's not actually us speeding. It's the map is, or it needs to be updated. Because we have GPS tracking as a company, and if we speed, the company gets notified that we speed. Now, having said that, we can go 10 kilometers above the speed limit and nobody's going to say anything. There's nobody cares. If you go 11 over, it's like, hey man, pushing the speed.
Now I have your phone. Should I email them tomorrow?
Yeah, he's pretty busy in there by himself. Just leave him alone, and hopefully he thought ahead which order we were supposed to deliver.
I'll tell you I told you so later.
And if tomorrow it's inconvenient, it's inconvenient. Because dispatcher's off, my manager's off, the other dispatcher quit, which means, well, look at that huge aircraft. That is like a military, your side, military transport.
Huge.
Basically, my direct boss is doing the job of 4 people right now, so I'm gonna leave him alone. See flashing red lights on the side access road. Does that access road have a way of coming onto here? Doesn't look like it, so I think we're good. So yeah, we'll reload here, do a U-turn, and come through Seattle in rush hour.
Doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, Yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but we're going to be nice and light, so we'll do the math on where we can make it to and where we have to fuel up and all of that. We're at half a tank of fuel now.
So last week for me to fill out that app.
Yes, they're getting rid of the Arrive Canada app.
Well, it'll still be there for declaring these at airports.
Basically, it'll be voluntary if you want to use it.
Until they figure out a reward the law.
I think the Arrive Canada app is a way of discriminating against a certain group of people.
Yep.
My personal belief, I'm pro-vaccination, but I'm also not against non-vaccination people. They are people too.
Yeah.
They deserve the right to travel too. So I think the app is constitutionally wrong, and I'm glad they're getting rid of it. Enough court battles have been fought on that, so.
It was even annoying for me to fill out until I was vaccinated. And I was like, well, it feels like I'm being punished too.
Yep. I technically have to fill it out, but mine, as a frequent traveler, I can legally fill it out and only need to fill it out once, and it's good for the rest of the year, I guess. But Jess, just as a passenger, has to fill it out every single time. And of course, people that weren't vaccinated just weren't allowed to cross, period. And that doesn't seem fair to me. If you said that people that are not vaccinated have to do extra tests to make sure that you're not carrying the virus, fine. I don't have a problem with that. You can either fill out the app or do a bunch of extra tests every time you want to cross. Done. I'm fine with that, because that's not discriminating. You're giving people a choice. There's still a way of doing stuff, right? So that's the way I feel about it.
Well, honestly, to make it fair, it's both vaccinated and unvaccinated. They get randomly tested.
True.
Because we both had it and we're vaccinated.
Yep, we both had COVID after getting vaccinated. I mean, the symptoms were really light, so.
But still, you're a carrier, because you have it to be like, you still, doesn't matter if you're
I'm
vaccinated or not.
contagious, I'm spreading it. Yep, that's true, even if my symptoms are really.
So for me, I would just say, to make it fair, both sides get it randomly tested.
Yeah.
Put your phone down.
So, are they driving with their phone up?
Yeah. Unless I think she's on speakerphone. And like, just buy some earbuds, will ya?
In a big highway like this, it's the last place you should pick up your phone.
Yeah. I don't even pick up my phone at all when I drive. Not even if I know it's you texting. I ignore it. Not worth it.
Well,
bummer that fuel price went back up. That means I can't really go on a fall trip like I wanted.
yeah,
I'll just have to go trucking to get that in.
well, luckily now you can. The last 2 years you couldn't.
Last year I could.
No, last year you couldn't come trucking.
Oh. Yeah.
Now at least you can ride along with me. Excuse me. JBLM. What does JBLM stand for? It's the military place.
Yep.
JBLM.
Pretty sure we've seen it written out somewhere. We're just not able to think of it right now.
the rules here again when we come to this place? Have to go to the office first? I think so. And we're not allowed to walk around. I have to stay in my truck until they're ready. Remember that. Look at that limo.
Instructions recorded on iPod.
Of course, I moved to this lane and then the right lane was faster all of a sudden. Okay, that truck's not doing that on purpose. Swinging back and forth like that. The lane over here is so rutted out. It is hard to stay in our lane. You're fighting a whole time.
And then it's narrow on top of it.
Yep, really narrow lane, rotted out. I'm probably doing exactly the same thing with the rear end of my trailer, where it all of a sudden swings across the line. See, I almost followed him across that line.
The car's very leery of it.
It's not his fault. He's not trying to run you off the road there, car. Ah! It's really, really rotted here. Fighting it pretty good. Oh, come on. At least I have a little advanced warning sign. When he moves over, I have to fight it for more than he did.
That's true.
Wait, the left lane is no longer HOV. I can now go in here. Trucks are not allowed in the left lane in Washington, pretty much everywhere. In the left lane, if there's more than 2 lanes. So here there's 3 lanes, we're only allowed the right 2 lanes. If there are 4 lanes, we're allowed the right 3 lanes. If there's 2 lanes, well then you're still allowed the 2 lanes. Oh, I didn't realize that our hour's pretty much up. Just enjoying traveling today. The traffic's been light enough that it hasn't been stressful. It's been quite a nice morning so far. lots of sneaky stuff in the truck.
That scale's open.
That scale is rarely open. It is. Trucks park over there. So I guess I should let you guys go. Just glanced at the screen, there's a bug on the roof cam. I think it'll still be usable. I love that roof cam, but yeah, bugs are a thing. Slow down going here, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support you guys have been showing us. It's been really cool to see the subscriber numbers slowly creeping up. I guess I can't really hug and say goodbye here, so we are out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.